Alrighty, guys. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. So let's break down today's trade, how things worked out today. So going into the day at the 1 hour chart, as you can see, yesterday I explained this already. What's going on here? Yesterday we had our SMT over here, and we had this 4 hour fair order block that was holding, and we displaced from there. And then from this initial 1 hour fair value gap, we dropped even lower. So going to the day, my bias was pretty much bearish for the day, but uh, then once we had this kind of displacement, then I started thinking that we can have a chance of pushing to the upside, go rebalancing into 50 disc premium for us actually go sell side. As you can see here, actually go into the premium to actually sell out from there. Okay, so going to 50%, as you can see, what we do, we had swept this low here at 50%, this low here, as you can see, and then we played out our model in a lower time frame pretty nicely. As you can see, in 1 minute, what is this? Okay, here it is. As you can see here, we had our internal manipulation, then we had our displacement to the upside, we had our fair value gap broken, everything in the place rightly, and our standard deviation was also telling us this. Standard deviation was telling this 1 hour fair value gap was the target for the day, and we had our minus 222 standard deviation as well, and here we had our 5 minute 15-minute order block there as well. Okay, so as you can see, before our session open before session opened, we had pushed to the upside and kind of displaced lower again. Okay, so from here my bias was a little bit bearish more than bullish, but once we swept this low here in the 15 minute, as you what is this? Okay. So once we kind of swept this low, here, we had this massive fair value gap and our order block. So I started thinking that we might have some sort of buy opportunity in 1 minute to actually us rebalancing into this whole range 50% or maybe premium. Then what happened? Going to the 1 minute, I was waiting for my model to happen. So after, as you can see, after sweeping this low, we had our internal sweep, we had our displacement to the downside. 5 minute was also body closing, not weakening during this displacement, and our standard deviation here, as you can see from this initial manipulation, our standard deviation was also telling us this order block here, or maybe this fair value gap could be the target because it was perfectly aligning with -2 standard deviation. Okay, so once we had this, then what happened is we had some sort of 5 minute fair value gap or something like that here. As you can see, okay, there was a 5 minute order block. Okay, as you can see, here is a 5 minute order block that I was hoping price to come and perform our whole model again to actually give us a confirmation that we are pushing to the upside. So what happened after that is here. Sorry. So as you can see, we came, then let me just delete it and also delete this session. So as you can see, we came into that order block, we swept internal, we pushed to the upside, and 5 minute was also body closing. That as I already said in the previous video, once 1 minute is displacing, I don't want to see that 5 minute or higher time frame actually weakening that. Okay, not too much higher time frame like 1 hour, 30 minutes, or maybe 15 minutes, but 5 minute, 3 minutes should not be weakening once 1 hour is displacing. Okay, so after that, we had our massive displacement to the upside. We had our internal sweep displacement to the upside and CISD. So our model was perfectly done. So what I did, I entered into the trade. Okay, I actually entered the trade. What once I actually entered the trade here. Okay, and as I always say, one thing, that once you are entering from a fair value gap, when it is too big, okay, so always try to find out if there is any nearby order blocks. If there is, then enter from that order block. But if you don't have, always enter from the 50% of that initial fair value gap. As you can see, this is a very big fair value gap. So I entered from the 50% of that, but a little bit below because we had this order block. This is a breaker block actually. I entered from the 50% of this breaker block. Actually entered here. Okay, and my stop was here initial, and then what is this? Mm, mm, mm. And then as you can see, my low hanging fruit was this. This was my low hanging fruit that I was confident with. What is a low hanging fruit? As I already told, that that high or low, or that PDRA that you know price gonna go, because that has the highest chance of first breaking through or go sweep. Right. So this was our low hanging fruit. We already make a 3.3 hour trade here, but at this moment we kinda we took out 10% out of our position, and then went break even. And after that, my target was this minus 2 point this standard deviation, because I wanted to see price go mitigate into that fair value gap. So this was today's trade, nicely played out. And then our overall bias was bearish, and as you can see later, I didn't took this trade, but price actually, after stop reading this highs here, there was an equal high, this equal high here, after relative equal high actually. After stop reading this high, we actually pushed to the downside, and nicely everything, our model played out here as well. Internal sweep, IFBG, and market structure shift displacement, everything played out nicely. So if I could have taken this trade, this could be another win trade, but I didn't took this trade because I already had over 3 hour trade today. So that's it for the day. If you guys like the video, and if you guys have any sorts of questions about my model or anything like that, you can comment down below. I'll definitely answer them. So that's it for the day. Hope you guys have nice trade. Bye bye.